Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online.
Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to My Zone Online School. I am Teacher Hartung, and our theme this week is My School. Now, before we get into our lesson for the day, we have to sanitize. Please make sure that you put the sanitizer all over your hands so that it kills all the germs. Now, our lesson for today, we will learn about numbers, tracing, and counting. In today's lesson, boys and girls, we are going to cut and paste. For that, I want you to go to your workbooks. In the workbook, I want you to turn to page 27. On page 27, you will see some nice colorful pictures. Now it says we need to cut and paste the objects below on their matching number in the picture. So way at the bottom of the page, you will see 4 pictures. Can you have a look at your 4 pictures? You will see that each picture is numbered from number 1 to number 4. Can you see picture number 1? There you go. Can you see picture number 2? Now look at picture number 3. And then you look at picture number 4. Good job, everyone. Now I want you to go back up and look at the bigger picture. Can you see that on the bigger picture, they also give you numbers? Can you have a look around and look for these numbers? Can you see number 1? Good job. Now I want you to find number 2. Good job, you found it. Now I want you to find number 3. Good job, number 3 is also on the wall of the picture. Now I want you to find the last number. What is your last number? Number 4. There we go. So now you see, boys and girls, you have numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 in your bigger picture as well. Now, what do we need to do now? We need to cut out the pictures at the bottom. Do you remember these pictures? Go to the bottom of your page one more time. There you go. So do you see the pictures numbered 1, 2, 3 and 4 at the bottom of your page? Excellent. So what I want you to do now, I want you to get a pair of scissors and some glue. And once we have all our materials ready, we need to cut those pictures. So which pictures are you going to cut? The pictures at the bottom of the page, numbered 1, 2, 3 and 4. So first you are going to cut out picture number 1. Now on my desk, I also have the same pictures that you have. Can you see in my hand here? I have my picture number 1, my picture number 2, my picture number 3, and my picture number 4. So, what I also have on my desk is my glue and my scissors. Now, you need to remember, boys and girls, when you work with scissors, you have to be very, very careful. You may not play with your scissors if you don't use it to cut your pictures. So now, I want you to take your scissors and cut the pictures with me. So I am going to cut picture number 1. What we can do is we can cut all our pictures. You can then cut picture number 2. What you can do with your pictures after you cut them, you can put them on the table next to each other so that you don't get confused. So now, boys and girls, I want us to continue to cut all our pictures. So you must now cut picture number 3 and your picture number 4. Now remember what I said earlier? Put your pictures in the order that it's supposed to appear so that you don't get confused. So now that you have cut all your pictures, I want us to go back to the bigger picture. So I also have a bigger picture on my desk. So I want us to quickly go back to our booklets one more time and have a look at the numbers given to us on that picture. So since you have cut out your pictures already, we now have to paste these pictures on the numbers given to us in our bigger picture. So can you look for these numbers on the bigger picture one more time? Good job. So now we start with our first picture. So please, boys and girls, remember, now that you are done cutting, you need to put your scissors on the other side, or you can also put it away completely so that you don't end up hurting yourself. So now we are going to take our glue and we are going to take our picture number 1. And then we are going to put on some glue. We smear and we smear and we smear. So I want you to tell me, where are we going to paste picture number 1? Good job, everyone. We are going to paste it on the number 1 on our bigger picture. So do you see over here? There is my number 1. So I want you to paste that picture on the number 1. Can you see that I have just pasted my picture on number 1? So I took picture number 1 and I pasted it on the number 1 in my bigger picture. Good job. Now we are going to take our second picture. And now we are going to smear some glue onto it one more time. We smear and smear. Please remember to close the cap on your glue so that it doesn't dry out. Right, now we are going to look for number 2 on the bigger picture. Can you find number 2? Good job. So now you are going to take picture number 2 and paste it on the number 2 in the bigger picture. Good job, everyone. So now you still have 2 pictures left. You still have picture number 3 and picture number 4 left that you have to paste. I am now going to let you paste picture number 3 and picture number 4 on your own. You can always go ahead and show the grown-ups your work once you are done. I hope you'll have fun doing this activity. I will see you after the advert break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
In the next part of our lesson, boys and girls, we are going to page 29. On page 29 in our workbooks, you see they give you a few pictures. Can you see all the pictures that are shown on page 29? Now, if you look carefully, you will see next to each picture there is a word. Can you see the words next to the picture? Now I want you to go back to the picture. You will see that each picture is in a little rectangular block. Do you see the pictures? You will also see that in each picture, they also give you the name of the item in the picture. So you need to look carefully at these words. Have you looked at the words? Good job. Now, if you look at the names of the pictures or the words next to the picture, you will see that each word is given to you in a little dotted line. Now, what do we need to do? First, I want us to go ahead and trace on the words. I have written 2 examples on the board for you, and I am going to show you on the board how you need to trace. Let's quickly go to the chalkboard. On the board, I have written one word. The word on the board is ruler. Say it with me. Ruler. Ruler. Good job. Now, let's look at the second word. What is the second word on the board? It says chalkboard. Say it with me. Chalkboard. Let's say it one more time. Chalkboard. Right. Now they want us to trace the words on the page. Now I'm going to trace on the board so that you can see how you are supposed to trace. Now let's do the first one with ruler. Now can you see you have to trace each letter of the word, right? And when we trace, it means that you have to take your pencils and you have to write over the word that is given to you. Okay, when you write over the word exactly as it is, then you are tracing. Now let's do the first word together. The first word I have on the board is the word ruler. So when we trace, I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to write over the word given to me on the page. Right, there we go. Did you see what I just did? I wrote over the word ruler. So I traced the word ruler. Let's do that for the second word, chalkboard. Let's do it together. We start with the C. We trace over the C. Then we trace over the H. Then we trace over your A. Then we trace over your letter L. Let's do K. What is the next letter? B. We are still tracing, boys and girls. Are you tracing with me? Good job. Let's do the next one. It's the letter O. Then we do the letter A. Then we do the letter R. And lastly, we trace the letter D. So now we have traced the word ruler and we have traced the word chalkboard. Can we say these two words together one more time? Ruler. Ruler. And the next one, chalkboard. Let's say it together one more time. Chalkboard. Good job. So you are going to go ahead and trace all the words that you will find on page 29. But before we do that, I want us to do the next thing that is asked of us. After you have traced all your words, you have to go ahead and match each word with the picture that is given to you on page 29. Let's quickly go back to page 29 and have a look at our pictures again. Let's start with the first picture. What do you see in the first picture? Yes, you are right, boys and girls. In the first picture, we have a chair. Let's say it together. Chair. Chair. Good job. In the second picture, what do you see in the second picture? If you said a chalkboard, then you are so smart. You are absolutely right. That is a chalkboard. Let's say it together. Chalkboard. Good job, boys and girls. Let's look at the third picture. In the third picture, what do you see? Excellent. That is a ruler. Say it together. Ruler. Good job, everyone. What do you see in the fourth picture? In the fourth picture, you have children. Let's say it together. Children. Children. Good job. And then in the last picture, or our fifth picture, we have a table. Let's say it together. Table. Table. Good job. So I want us to go back and have a look at those pictures again. Let's start with the first picture. The first picture is a chair. Chair. Then we have chalkboard. We have a picture of a chalkboard. Then we have a picture of a ruler. Say together, ruler. Then we have a picture of children. Children. And the last picture is a table. Table. Good job. So now, boys and girls, if you go back and you look at the words on the other side of the page, can you look at the words given to you there? Remember, we have traced all these words already. So now, I want you to match each word with the picture. Now remember, if you look carefully in the picture, you will see that the words are given to you as well. So you just have to look very carefully to find the words that you have traced and match it with the picture. Now, how are we going to do matching? I'm going to go back to the chalkboard where I have drawn 2 pictures and 2 words. Can you see here's a picture? There's another picture. So we need to take the words that I've written on the other side and we have to match it with the pictures on this side. So let's have a look at the pictures. What do you see in the first picture? Good job. This is a picture of a chalkboard. Do we have the word chalkboard written on the board? Excellent. Yes, we do. So now we need to find the word chalkboard. Let's move up there. Is this the word chalkboard? No, this is not the word chalkboard. Is this the word chalkboard? Absolutely. So what are we going to do now? Once you have found the word and you know the picture, you are going to draw a line going from the picture all the way to the word. So the picture and the word will match, meaning that it is the same. So the picture shows a chalkboard and the word is chalkboard as well. Let's go on to the second picture. What do you see in the second picture? Good job, everyone. It's a ruler. Now, can you tell me, do we have the word ruler on the chalkboard? Do we have the word ruler? Absolutely. We have the word ruler over here. So what do we do now? We have to match the picture with the word. And what do we have to do in order to do the matching? Do you remember? You are right. We have to draw a line. So now we go ahead and we draw our line and we match the word with the picture. So we have matched our picture with the word chalkboard because it is a picture of a chalkboard. And we have matched the word ruler with the picture because it is a picture of a ruler. So now, boys and girls, you can go ahead and match all the other words with all the other pictures. And remember, if you find it difficult, you can always ask a grown-up to help you. So I hope that you will enjoy the rest of this activity. We will be back after this advert break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn and more. We distribute countrywide in over 10 different languages.
Next part of our lessons, boys and girls, we are going to do a little bit of counting. So for this part of the lesson, I want you to turn your booklets to page 30. Let's quickly go to page 30. Are we there? On page 30, you see a few pictures of a few different things. So what we need to do is we have to look at each block and count how many objects we have in each block. So in the first block we have pencils. In the second block we have some erasers. In the third block we have some books. In the fourth block we have a ruler. And in the fifth block we have some envelopes. So we have to count. Now, boys and girls, I want you to come back to this activity a bit later. We are going to do some counting on the board. So on the board, you see I have put up a few pictures. Now we need to count how many pictures we have in each line. Are we ready for some counting? I am going to use the ruler to count with you. So in the first part here, we have some puzzle pieces. Now let's all count together and see how many puzzle pieces do we have. Are you ready for some counting? Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We counted 5 puzzle pieces. So once you are done counting all the objects, you have to put your answer in the block. Now I have my answer right here. So we counted, let's count again quickly before I put up the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 puzzle pieces. So over here I am going to put up my answer. So we have 5 puzzle pieces. Okay. We can go ahead and make the number 5 in the air. Can we all make it together? You draw a little line, you go down and around. That's your number 5. Let's say it together, 5. So we have counted 5 puzzle pieces and we have written our answer in the block. Let's move on to the second row of pictures. What do you see here? Bananas. Good job. Now we have to count how many bananas do we have on the board. Let's go ahead and count together. We have 1 banana and 2 bananas. Do we have any more bananas in this row? No, we don't. So we have 1, 2 bananas. What do we have to do now? We have to go ahead and write our answers in the little block. So just like with the first answer, I have mine right here. You must write in your answer with your pencil. Let's look at the third one. What do we have in the third picture? If you said it's a leaf, then you are 100% correct. This is a leaf. Now, how many leaves do we have here? Let's go ahead and count. 1. Do we have any more pictures of leaves here? No, we don't. So that means we only have 1 leaf. What do we do next? We have to go ahead and put our answer in the block. So I have my answer right here and I'm going to put it in the block. My answer is number 1. So, just to recap, let's quickly go back and count one more time just to make sure we have the right answers. First, we are going to count our puzzle pieces. Let's all count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And do we have the number 5 as our answer? Absolutely. So we know the first one is correct. Let's go ahead and count our bananas. 1, 2. We have 2 bananas. Do we have the answer 2? Absolutely we do. Over there, our answer is 2. And the last one is a leaf. And I want you to tell me how many leaves we have here. 1. Good job. And the answer in your block will be 1. So now, boys and girls, let's go back to page 30 and have a look at the pictures there one more time. In the first block, you have pencils. Then you have erasers in the second block. Then you have some books in the third block, a ruler in the fourth block, and envelopes in the fifth block. So now you have to go ahead and count how many objects you have in each block. And then you write your answer nice and big in the block next to that item. You can also count out loud just to make sure that your answer is correct afterwards. Now, boys and girls, I hope you had fun with this activity. We will see you after this.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
So, boys and girls, we have come to the end of today's lesson. Now, I hope that you have enjoyed the lessons, and please remember, if you get stuck, if you don't understand something, don't forget, you can always ask a grown-up or your teacher. Please remember to stay safe and healthy. Now, boys and girls, I am going to say goodbye. So, before we go, I am going to call my friend Zoshi to come and say bye with me. And after that, we are going to go on a special trip. So, let's see. Do you see my friend Zoshi anywhere? Zoshi, oh, there you are. Hello, Zoshi. It's been a while. So, from me and Zoshi, we thank you for joining us today. So, stay well, keep safe, and goodbye.
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, MyZone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.